Okay, ladies and gentlemen, see this video first. See.
I thank you, the people of Malawi, for entrusting us with the responsibility to lead this nation for the next 5 years. This is not a victory for any individual or a party. It's a victory for our democracy.
Professor Peter Mutharika says time for competition has ended. Now the work to transform Malawi must start. He has applauded the Malawian Electoral Commission for running free and fair elections.
More than 5.5 million Malawians turned out to vote. That is a powerful statement of hope, of civic responsibility, and of national unity. Your voice has been heard. Your vote has been counted. Your will has prevailed. To Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, I commend you for your gracious concession. You have demonstrated statesmanship and your commitment to Malawi's peace and democratic values.
Mutharika says Lilongwe's challenges are well documented.
This is the moment to put aside what divides us and embrace what unites us. We are one nation, one people, one destiny. The challenges before us are real. Our economy must recover. Food must be available for everyone. Jobs must be created. Our healthcare and education systems must be strengthened. Infrastructure must be improved. And above all, we must rebuild trust in the public institutions.
The 85-year-old has been receiving well wishes and is expected to be sworn in the coming days as the people of Malawi are yearning for change. Kylie Kumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.
All right, so that is it was shared by the SABC News. Said Malawian President-elect Peter has committed to rebuilding the Southern African nation and putting aside political differences. This comes after the 85-year-old politician and lawyer defeated incumbent Lazarus in last week's general elections. Okay, so basically that is how the Malawi's election went. Their past president have defeated their present president again. Man has been president before and is back again after just 5 years after just sitting down, he's back. And the age difference is that he is actually an 85-year-old. So by the end of his term now this time, he will be 90 years of age. Well, that is some huge year gap right there. But as you have also seen in the video, man was actually talking about how happy he is and how he's happy for the smooth transition of the election. And that's one of the most peaceful democratic election has happened in Africa. And I want to say big shout out to Malawi's for this actually great milestone, because this was one of the most peaceful elections that happened in the African continent. This is actually a very great improvement and a more mature democracy you guys are processing there. I think that's nice. Well, big shout out to you guys. Okay. Well, he also said that he's also going to do everything possible to strengthen the ties with the Southern African countries, because he says that they need to put their political stance aside, and also their tribal, their relations aside, and then they need to work for the people of Southern Africa. That is what he said in the video after I've watched it already. Now let's see some of the takes on some various African people. So man says, this is the problem with this so-called Western democracy. People are given choices that they wouldn't normally pick. but the system has already given the illusion of choice, and then the result is disgusting. Well, this man actually is saying that, well, how come this being a former president gets re-elected again? Because the people were stuck between let's say, oh, I did bad, but bro, you did more bad. He's saying that they are all actually bad, but guess what? They just have to choose between the failures to weigh in who was more of a failure. So basically, they're just recycling the failure. That is what he's actually trying to say, though. Again, man says, 85 years old. Why are the young people in Malawi? Africa deserves better. From colonialism to leaders who have one foot in the grave. Why is the future and spirit to fight and build with energy and fire? So man is also crying and saying that why is it an 85 years old still given a chance to lead the country? Why now? Where are the youngest in Malawi? Well, we all know that Africa has the most youngest population in the whole world. So why is African leadership always being given to these old G's? That is what he's saying, though. Again, man says they are so excited that they have just put an old man inside the cookie jar. The next thing they will be here fighting us for our resources. That's South African right there. A man believe that, well, the next thing they will be just moving South Africa because they have just voted for a wrong candidate or more worse one. Again, this one says he couldn't do all those things while he was president. How the hell is he going to do this time around? He must come and fetch his people who are hiding in South Africa. Oh, that's it. And lastly, man says he better work for his people so they don't have to jump borders. So basically, that is how some people took the news, and that is how Southern African people believe. They're saying that he's too old. Others are saying that, well, if he has to work, you have to work and work it well because they are actually watching him. Then with that, thank you for your time. There's something that's coming out from the Southern African country, Malawi. Thank you.